Right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Cold Waters live stream. It's been a while. I'm expecting to get sunk almost immediately. Let's have a look. Father Joe and Mother Jaina.
Yeah.
Oh god, we sound like a couple of like Mormon couple. Oh god, Father Joe and Mother Jaina. Jesus Christ. Right then, hopefully we're all doing well this fine day. I certainly am myself. Just woke up, just got out of bed. It is already starting to get pretty stiflingly hot outside. Anything in contact with the sort of the overall heat of the day isn't quite that bad yet. As it climbs up to noon and early afternoon, it's going to get a lot worse, so I hear. But anything the sun touches gets cooked instantaneously by the giant ball of hydrogen we call the sun. So yes, it's getting warm. I was going to go to the gym this morning, but it's actually just too rancid to do. So here I am, doing an alternative kind of workout, a workout of the mind, which, yeah, well, that's what I tell people anyway. So yeah, good thing the sun isn't touching anything on Earth. Yes, it's true, actually, yeah. If you want to talk literally, there's nothing, it's not touching anything on Earth. Okay, so hopefully we've all had good mornings. I see some familiar faces in chat there. I see Screwed, I see NCR, I see Vertesi. From yesterday. How you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we've got lots of Spotty Muck Bumblefuck. Beautiful username as always, sir. Thank you. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
There he is again. Mr. Bless me, Father Joe, for I have sinned. You are, God be with you, son. Everything the light touches belongs to King Q. That is very, very kind of you to say so. Right then, so, I think I don't have a drink. I probably should get a drink, but I don't have one at the moment. So, yep, we're running this one on a bit of a short throat. But we should be okay. Main Booze, welcome, welcome. Whale hunting time, possibly. Mario Strikers Charged is not on the hotkey, but maybe it should be. Maybe it should be on the hotkey. Right then, so I am feeling a little bit of skipjack action this evening. So, morning. Well, I just literally woke up. Let's see then. I've got to go down here and I've got to hijack a new capture window. So if you'll all bear with me. OBS has recently changed its layout as well, which is a bit of a pain in my ass, to be honest. I don't like that they've changed this new window, but there's really not much I can do about it. It's annoying. There we go. Beautiful. Right, capture window's locked on. I just need to change the name of this capture window so I can find it again, which is going to be Game Capture or Game Scene. I'll try and do that again. Game Scene, that's the one. Game Scene Cold Waters.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much there too. Is that Milner? Milneb? Whale. What do we have here? Fantastic. Hello, Messi. How the hell are you doing? Good to see you this morning. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The early bird, the Axeman. To many months, also kill all whales. Oh, it's like kill all humans, like with the alien, but instead of an alien, it's a skipjack, and instead of, a laser beam, it's millions of pounds of taxpayers' money and, electric torpedoes. But what can you do? What can you do? Okay, so we've got the game scene set up, and we should all be ready to go. I'm just going to disable the night light, as it were, on my computer. For you guys, you don't see it, but for me, everything is dimmed like a red colour. It's a bit easier on the eye, because these gaming monitors, they can be really bright, and configuring them it's not a pain in the arse. They're absolutely configurable, but I'm a bit of a simpleton, and I can't figure it out. So, campaign. We are off to the 1984 North Atlantic stretch. We are going to be running a NATO submarine in the form of a skipjack class. This little bucket of bolts here is an old submarine, but I like the challenge, so we're going to run with her. In service since 1959. I want to put that into perspective. We are playing the 1984 campaign. We are in a submarine that was in service in 1959. This submarine is 20 odd years out of date. To give you an idea, some of the Trafalgar classes that we're running today, those are starting to just We've got a few of them just sitting in dry dock, just rusting away because they're really too old to do anything. That's about like the kind of level of degradation that we're talking about here. We're like, this submarine like is old by the 1984 standards. It's like an original Genesis kind of thing, but they've tried to modernize a few of them, and here we are running in one of them. Yep, so in service since 1959, the Skipjacks were the first attack submarines to feature the revolutionary teardrop hull and single hull construction or with a single shaft. So basically, this design here, without having anything to show you, because all of the submarines, like, if I go back, sorry, to the main menu, I should be able to show you an example here. If I change to Russian subs, a lot of submarines up until this point had designs sort of not too dissimilar to something like this, like around there kind of thing. Something like this, you know, like they had submarines sort of looking like this shape, and it's, you know, it's not great. It's not great as a submarine design. It's okay, it does the job, like, but it's not amazing. That's a Detonator there. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub, sir. Welcome aboard. Enjoy your emotes. So yes, a lot of submarines like looked similar to this, you know, with that kind of this kind of setup, that kind of shape, not a tubular or what they call the teardrop hull of the NATO classes. So we're going to jump back into the main menu there. I see rust, unclean. Yes, that's a sort of an old Soviet submarine at that point. Well, it's not even that old, the Foxtrot, at this point in the campaign. It's just the Russians just really stuck their crew on fucking anything, really, as long as it didn't leak, which it often did. So, it was the first ship to introduce this style of that sort of single hull construction, single shaft, sort of smooth design to try and reflect sonar as best it can. They have been refitted, in this case, with quieter propellers and towed arrays. The problem with like the old ships is that they're back in 1959, this was fighting 1959 sonar, and as a result, like, this thing was pretty good. Like, it was fast. It wasn't amazingly quiet at the time, but it was pretty good. Like the Soviet sonar technology, the Russian sonar technology, I should say, was pretty shitty. So the fact that like it was a little bit loud didn't really matter, but as sonar technology got better, the need to quiet the skipjack became more and more serious. So they fitted it with a quieter propeller, and they also added one of these. This thing here that runs down the ship, this almost looks like a cable and comes out here, almost looking like a little bit of exhaust. This actually is what's called a towed array for the people that don't know. It's essentially a very sensitive piece of sonar equipment that is towed a good distance behind the submarine. It's not modelled in game physically. It does work. Like the effects of the sonar array are actually there, but it's not physically rendered in 3D. Because basically, when you're trying to listen for stuff, listen for hostile contacts, your own engine room and own propeller can basically contaminate the audio signatures that you're trying to find. So by towing a incredibly sensitive piece of sonar equipment way behind you, you essentially mitigate the noise created by your own engine just through distance. Through a lack of proximity. Thank you very much to the Cudster. Take my money. From fucking Philip J. Fry meme. And Pixelated. Morning to you too, sir. Hopefully we're all doing well. I know I certainly am. I'm not. I'm pretty fucking good, to be honest. I'm having a good day so far. Thank you very much, Axeman, to the big Blue Bear Gang. Oh man, he's got it. He has got it. He is. That's the fucking 2-year, 24-month subscriber badge. Holy fucking shit. Well, congratulations. Holy fucking shit. When I first made that, when I first installed that 2 years ago, or first made that 2 years ago, I didn't think I'd see that in forever. Holy fucking shit, dude. Well, I suppose I'm going to have to make a third one, aren't I? I'm going to have to make a 3-year. Oh well. That's one fancy badge, it is. Hello, Finks even. Morning, Quebec. I'm going to be building a model of the HMS Belfast today. Ah. Oh, fantastic. So, what sort of scale is it? What scale are we talking? 1/16th, 1/30th, 1/32nd? The blue bear looks fucking disgusting. What? How dare you? It's modelled off Big Blue, or the old bear from the... I can't read the name's right on me. The Long Dark. It's modelled from the old bear. From the Long Dark, the challenges that you have to make, or the challenges you have to do. That's the one. Right then, let's tab back in here. I've got everything up that I need to there. I don't think I missed any subs as we've gone on here. Thank you for everyone for subbing this morning. There's quite a few come through. All very generous of you to keep a grip on Boo Boo Dingo's amazing emotes indeed. Right then, so I think enough waffling about this one. We'll head in and give them a good old socking. Just to cover it briefly, these boats are designed for high speed, lacking the silencing and advanced sonars used in later classes. One member of this class, the Scorpion, sank with all hands near Azores in 1968. We have been given command of the USS Skipjack. Oh my god, we've got the original. We've got the namesake, the original class, SSN 585. We have the Skipjack. If that is not a good omen, nothing else is. 1/600 scale, so it comes out to just over a foot long. That's still a big model, my friend. That's really good. Well, good luck to you, sir. Going to be painstaking adjustment with like the tweezers and everything. You're going to really enjoy yourself, and that's going to be a phenomenal model by the time it's done. I can't imagine how long it's going to take. I'm not a model builder, you see. So I can imagine that's going to be a couple of weeks' work to get the full thing done, unless you really smash it out. But you need time for things to set, don't you, like glue and stuff. So, right, so let us have a look-see here. So we are in the Skipjack class submarine. We're going to skip through the newspapers because we know pretty much what's going up here. Dem Russians at it again up here in Northern Europe. Right then, so the USS Skipjack. I don't think I've ever actually been out in the Skipjack. I'm normally out in the USS Shark. SSN 585 docked at Holy Lock on the 30th of November 1984. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. The Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet has some orders for us. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy Spetsnaz commandos will land from submarine in the vicinity of Reykjavik and Keflavik in Iceland. They intend to report our sub-movements and perhaps sabotage a naval base. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Locate and sink the enemy submarines transporting the Spetsnaz commandos. We are. Secondary objective, sink any escorting submarines and avoid detection by ASW. So we're going up to Iceland for our first mission. In terms of our loadout, this is an old submarine and therefore does not have the advanced quietening capability of the other classes of submarine. So we are going to make sure that we take 2 MOSSs and a very large inventory of Mark 48s, as they are our only means of destroying hostile shipping and everything else. So we're going to need a lot of them in case we get missed weapons and so on. It would be nice to have more decoys, but the problem is that the game, so when you run out of ammunition and the game tells you to go back to harbour, it's when you drop below a certain percentage of your overall weapons capacity. And if you have loads of MOSS torpedoes, the game still says, oh, he's still got a lot of weapons, like, even though they're not weapons. So you need to actually take not many MOSSs so that the Commander-in-Chief will actually give you a mission to get back to port. So just a thing. Cast off, anchors away. Fantastic. Hello there to Skilltree on Twitch. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're all doing well. Fink says, yeah, it's probably going to take the best part of this week, maybe more. I've done a few models before, a Spitfire, a Harrier, and a Vampire. Should be fun. Fantastic. So if this is your first time doing something this big then, Finks, oh, yeah, that's going to be excellent. You'll have to put a picture on links and pics based on where you get on. I'll be keen to have a look at that. Right then, so here we are. The smashing 30-knot speed of the Skipjack is slamming us up north here past, is it Hafen or Huffen? We're going to be running past here. there's a very good chance that the Spetsnaz commandos will attempt the Denmark Strait, but we will try and intercept them around here at patrol speed in the Norwegian Sea. We've got several maritime patrol aircraft coming out from various air bases around Norway and everywhere else. I believe that's actually our target there. We're going to run out at patrol speed. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to take it slow. We're going to hang out around here. There they are, that's them. We're going to intercept them. There they are, we got them. Fantastic. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 251, designated Sierra 1. EXO reports that our depth is at 050 feet, heading 174, speed is 5 knots. It's the 2nd of December, so we've been on the go for about 2 days. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Local conditions are broken with a gentle breeze, so there's really no surface conditions to worry about. All hands man battle stations, rig ship for silent running right out of the gate, run us down to 5 knots.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
The biggest model you've done, hoping to do a 7CU boat next as the model. Fantastic. Guess it's time to get... Sorry? Guess it's time to get ready for a stream of you-know-what. What's that? Oh, hello. Thank you very much there to FNG Mason, sir. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the host. Very kind. Okay, so here we are. We've got a sonar contact on our bearing 250, 7,000 yards. We're running by the surface. Dive take us down to 200 feet. The test depth of our submarine
0 feet, dive by.
is 700 feet, which means it's basically good to go down to 700 feet with probably an overall crush depth of about 900. So as long as we don't go much below 700, we'll be okay. Very squeaky brakes outside from the lorry. Right then, let's start servicing this target. If you don't mind, I think yeah, let's start just looking at it here. Definitely a hostile submarine, so let's start servicing that. Let's see here. What have we got? Have we got the escort? We've got the escort. It's a Foxtrot class.
Sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
So we are running with a mod today that you may be able to see. We played Cold Waters plenty of times before, or at least Digby has as well. You may notice the water is much murkier. That is part of a conscious decision by me. It makes the game artificially harder by A, not being able to see contacts that are far away from you in 3D resolution, even though I've turned that off. We're not at 100% sonar solution, and it also makes it more difficult for torpedo evasion. You have to trust your computer more. Makes the whole thing artificially much harder. Now the contact we're tracking is about at the same depth we are, 150 feet. There's not much cause to go any deeper than this. We've just got to keep tracking him. We know there are some other escort ships, so we need to be careful. In an attempt to improve our target motion...
200 feet, dive by.
200 feet, can't I? Yeah, in an attempt to improve our sonar solution on the target, we are going to do something what's called target motion analysis. So, we are currently tracking what we believe to be a sonar contact here of the Foxtrot, but to try and improve this solution, we are going to change our heading. We're going to come heading 227.
Come right to 227, helm aye.
And in doing so, we are going to see how this change in course affects the behaviour of Sierra 1, the sonar contact. So if we're moving this way, and then moving this way, we can see how that correlates with the estimated solution of the Sierra 1 Foxtrot, and then that is more accurately able to tell us our distance to the target. Looks like he's moving pretty much parallel with us because we are intercepting him. He's trying to move past. Estimated range to target at this point is 6.5 thousand yards, which is actually pretty healthy. The ambient noise state is 81 decibels, which is not bad at all, to be honest. Target is running at 8 knots, which is pretty good.
Con, helm, steady course.
Aren't I? We're currently down at 200 feet, running at 5 knots. We're playing Hunter-Killer. Vertesi says, have you played Overthrow on Arma 3? I see everyone playing Anti-Stasi recently, but Overthrow is much more in-depth. It pretty much allows you to be an estate agent resistance. All right. I've seen it, but I've never played it, unfortunately. Like, it's like, the nice thing about Anti-Stasi is that it's not that complicated, if you follow me. It's quite easy to play. Right, let's have a look. I have a phobia of planes. Well, hopefully there are no planes out here. We do have ice, though. Big ice sheets, icebergs. Well, a lot of icebergs, actually. I have to bear that in mind. Okay, we now have an accurate sonar solution on Sierra 1, the Foxtrot. It is now fully locked. Fucking hell, the Gondor. It's a bin lorry outside. You know, you have to forgive. There's no way I'm closing the window. Jesus Christ. Cool. So, Sierra 1, the... So, we're gonna come bear... Yeah, okay. We're gonna come bearing 288.
Come right to 288. Helm I.
Right then. You thought that was an in-game noise, yeah. Fucking, it's just a bin lorry. It's Monday. That's when the bin men do the collections. Okay. So far, tracking the target is going quite well, to be honest. Although the Spetsnaz commandos are never normally on just a submarine like this. They are typically on a Whiskey class, intelligence would suggest. So we are going to have to... yeah, one of the crew members sat on their foghorn. Yeah. It's just on the chair. Right, we're going to send a weapon, if nothing else, to sink this guy and try and get the other submarine to engage us. So we're going to send this one all quiet-like. So, firing point procedures, bearing 271, range to enable 5,300 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot.
Con, helm,
Tube
steady course.
1.
Con sonar, launch transient
Had a
from
responsive
Sierra
launch
1.
transient
Con
here.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
They heard that. Right. Just the firing point of this weapon here. We've only got one active sonar ping. I'm going to set this weapon to run, and we're going to keep it on the straight and narrow, running pretty much straight at the target. And then this guy's done for, basically. No matter what he does, this weapon's going to catch him. Okay, now we need to go into our own torpedo evasion, so we're going to start running to a head flank cavitate.
Make turns for 3.
Con
Take
sonar,
us down
we are
to
cavitating.
700 knots. Or 70 knots. 700 feet.
Dive by.
Bring us down.
Con fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye. Helm, come left, bearing 219.
Come left to 219. Helm I.
Reload MOSS in tube 1. Down we go. The ship is designed for speed, to run at speed.
Con, helm, steady course.
Aren't I? We're only getting one screen on active sonar, so unless the other ship is trying to stay quiet, we've only got one target.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
No longer cavitating, aye, running 30 knots. Depth is coming past the 600 feet mark. Right then. That horn is from leftover U-boats still sinking British shipping, yeah. An echo in the dark. We're getting pinged on active sonar. We're going to fire back on active sonar.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 274. Contact
274. Our active sonar is actually pretty poor, it would seem. We've actually lost the contact here. Our Mark 48, though, is pretty much on target here.
Maneuvering, making turns for 30 knots.
30 knots, aye? Yeah, we're probably moving too fast for active sonar here. 700 knots, yeah. We're going to keep holding this course until I feel we are comfortably out of the search pattern of those torpedoes. We're going to keep slamming it out at top speed here. We should be able to open up a decent distance. Helm, come slight left, bearing 205.
Come left to 205. Helm I.
We're in full torpedo evasion here.
Con,
This
helm,
one we've
steady
avoided.
course.
This one's a problem. That one's active. This one's going to go active as well. We've got to just try and get past it. 300 knots. Come on, you bastard. Shift it. Right. Yes, NATO isn't just America. It's all all the NATO allies.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 289.
289. Noisemakers are a good sound or a good sign that our torpedo has successfully acquired the Foxtrot. That torpedo enabled quite late. We should be okay in terms of torpedo evasion, but we're just going to keep running as best we can. Right. Yeah, the heat wave just hit. Yeah, it's starting to get quite warm now. Amazing what a half an hour can do. Okay, we have successfully evaded this torpedo. Helm, bring us down to, or sorry, maneuvering, bring us down to patrol speed, 10 knots, please. Ahead 2/3.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Helm, come right bearing 290.
Come right to 290. Helm aye.
Start firing away on the active. Try and find him.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for
He's still up there.
10 knots. Con helm. Steady course.
Then our solution is at 59%. Good job at evading that. We're just going to keep screening him. He can't launch a torpedo at top speed, I don't believe.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 3.
He's done very well with his torpedo evasion. I don't think that's going to save him though, because it's coming back in on him. The Mark 48's targeting sort of computer is very smart. It's going to swing right in a moment. It's going to keep sort of bouncing, sort of doing like a number 8. Or a very big number 8 around those sonar screens. Yep, he's going to have to turn in and drop another sonar solution. Or another noisemaker, I should say. This torpedo's got plenty of fuel, though. It will find him and it will kill him. Like, there's really not much he can do here.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
He's laying a very
308.
good screen. Look at that. Phenomenal. He's just buying himself time. He's got it bouncing around behind him. There's probably not much cause to send a second weapon here, but it's only a matter of time. This thing is running at like 40-something knots. It's going to catch him. In fact, here we go. It's probably going to acquire him very shortly. There we go. There's no noisemaker in between him and there.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 309.
Only a matter of time, my friend. Only a matter of time. It's getting closer with every pass. Here we go. Round it comes, unless you've got another decoy ready now. Makes its hard turn to port there, or starboard I should say. And it runs in. Unless you've
Con
got...
sonar,
Ooh.
noisemaker bearing 307.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a competent skipper. That's actually very well timed. Going to pass around the front of him and he's going to skirt behind, and then this thing's going to get caught in a circle. Very interesting. Thank you very much there to Ulla for the tier 2 sub, sir. 22 months, very kind. This torpedo might actually be evaded. That's a noisy sub, it certainly is. So torpedo uses sonar to find the target. That is right, me Fox. This torpedo here is passively homing on its target. Very good. This is going to swing back in on the right, it should do. Going to swing all the way around. It should reacquire him. Come left bearing 268.
Come left to 268. Helm aye.
There's no need for me to spend more torpedoes on this than I need.
Yeah.
The target's got him locked again. Mark 48s have a very good sonar head. Thank you to Capitan Gingerbeard. Yay, cold waters. Very kind of you, sir. 15
Con
months.
helm. Steady course.
There we go. He's trying to turn in, but he's cocked up his manoeuvre here. This is bad for him. This is really bad. He's cocked up his sonar drop, and he was doing so well. He's now broadside with the torpedo, unable to change depth, unable to move fast enough. It's bad news.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 301. Contact breaking up.
Contact breaking up high. Reload Mark 48 in tube 1. Down he goes. If only we had a wire. It's fine. Right, dive. Take us up to 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet, dive high.
And we can, well, once the weapons have left behind us, we can declare this mission as won. Total water depth here is 19 feet, or 1900 feet. Or diesel sub. Yep, we can switch back to passive.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
He's on his way down. No one would have survived that. The explosion and the rush of water would have just flooded it instantly. We have killed, how many? 75 souls. 75 souls aboard. This is definitely a lost with all hands job. No one survived that. That's what you get for trying to sabotage our base, though. Terrible way to go, I must be honest. Terrible way to go. Reload a Moss just in case. To be honest,
Tube 1 ready.
I'll keep the 6 torpedo tubes just full of Mark 48s. If for no other reason than it looks nice. Just means I don't have to reload it in combat quite as often. I probably should have one. Probably should have one MOSS, shouldn't I? I'll relent. I'll give you a tube 6 with an MOSS. Still weapons nearby. Now, because there's no other contacts and we're just waiting for the weapons to come away, we can actually bring it up to the surface.
Make depth 0 feet, dive high.
Come and reach the surface here. Shits and giggles. There'll be no hostile MPAs out here, so we don't have to worry about
Con sonar,
helicopters.
we are cavitating.
Cavitating, aye, that's fine. We're coming up. Broach. Here we go. There she is. Lovely. On the surface. There she is. Sea state is quite high, it looks like.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Sort of unhooked the camera there for a moment. To watch her come past. Very nice. Big shark fin on the water. Very cool. Right then. I wonder what our top speed on the surface is. We're currently pulling 18 knots. I wonder if I can really slam that out at full whack. How fast can we go?
Make
Oh no, we're
turn
at 7
for
knots.
30 knots.
Make turn for
Maneuvering
30 knots. How fast can we go in the surface here? Making 18, 19. 19 knots seems to be our limit here on the surface. Still a pretty decent surface speed. Brilliant. Not bad at all. Excellent. Right then. Declare the mission is completed. Leave combat. 1 times Foxtrot submarine engaged and destroyed. We have 21 Mark 48s remaining and 2 MOSS's. After action report filed with the Commander-in-Chief, SSN 585, USS Skipjack. The Commander-in-Chief radios back, or reports back. Excellent performance in locating and eliminating enemy submarines transporting Spetsnaz commandos. Await further orders on this downlink. We get a newspaper clipping for the day, 2nd of December 1984. Red subs sunk. The Pentagon today revealed that several Soviet submarines attempting an incursion near Reykjavik and Keflavik, Iceland, have been destroyed or driven off by coordinated efforts of NATO surface vessels, submarines, and aircraft. Fantastic stuff. The continued cooperation of NATO members was cited as pivotal to the successful outcome of this operation. Ongoing protection of the many NATO-allied military installations throughout the theatre remains a high priority, which is the important stuff here, I think. Right then. I'm just going to go to the toilet real quick, so just give us a hot minute and I shall see you in a second. Just sit tight, read the newspaper, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Hello there, General Kenobi. Right, let's move on, shall we? Okay. So, Skipjack, new orders in the vicinity of the Norwegian Sea. A tactical situation of enemy enemy wolf pack. Try that again. A wolf pack of enemy cruise missile submarines is believed to be operating in an area about 200 miles north of Iceland. That puts us in a good place to respond. Important NATO naval forces will be moving into this region shortly. Therefore, if you can, or you are ordered, to sink all enemy attack submarines in this area. Intelligence believes that additional enemy naval forces may pass through the area as well. Interesting. So, not only do we have a strike force that we're dealing with, we've got a few other things going on as well. Interesting stuff, or interesting times. Right then, not bad at all. Cool. Just tabbed out here, just trying to fiddle with a couple of settings on OBS here, if I can. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Let's rock and roll. So, USS Skipjack SSN 585 in the vicinity of the Norwegian Sea. It is the 2nd of December 1984 at 0500 hours. Continue on course. So, hostile subs operating north of Iceland. So, somewhere around here. By Greenland. I'm guessing that's them there pushing in. Intercept them. Oh no, that'll be them. Just up here. Oh, the Soviets have made some gains. West Germany surrenders. Shock and horror follows in the wake of the Soviet invasion of West Germany. Despite heroic efforts by West Germany's armed forces, the sheer brute force and ruthlessness of the communist intruders could not be stopped. In a rock, paper, scissors combat environment, perhaps we should be thankful for the current stone meets stone situation. Military expert Martha Tuckman theorises on the current NATO-Warsaw Pact draw. Activity in the Atlantic remains high as Soviet and NATO fleets contest control of vital sea lanes, ports, and in an insofar even battle. Fantastic. So far so good. The playing field's about level. We're going to intercept these guys just north of Greenland here. Here we go. Lie in wait for them. We're just going to hit them where it hurts. Right, USS Skipjack SSN 585 in the vicinity of the Denmark Strait. It's the 3rd of December at 12 o'clock lunchtime. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 062. Target is designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports our depth is at 50 feet. Our heading is 153. Speed is 5 knots. Local conditions are calm, with a very strong surface duct and thermal layer that we will be using at 135 feet. All hands man battle stations, rig ship for silent running. Attempt to service our first target. It's fucking it's blue ocean. Look at this, bright blue. Even with the murkier waters mod, look how clear it is. That's fantastic. Right then, Sierra 1 is to our bearing 062. Gonna assign a signature to him. We're pretty sure it's a hostile sub based on Maritime Patrol aircraft reports. We have got one-time Juliet SSG.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
So SSG standing for Submerged Submarine with a Guided Missile Capability. So this is our missile boat. This is the target. With a test depth of 185 feet and a 160 decibel sound barrier, this guy is a reasonably capable submarine, not unlike ourselves here in terms of capability. The only thing about the Juliet that we do have an advantage over is top speed. It only can do 18 knots, but apart from that it can dive deeper and it's only a little bit more noisy. In fact, it's about the same in terms of weight class. In fact, it's even a little bit heavier. It's got some kit on there. That'll be the missiles. Okay, we're going to start using that thermal layer if we can. Bring us down to 100 feet. We're just going to sit our chin just above it like a cat with a heavy head.
Make depth 100 feet. Dive by.
Let's have a look. Right. Here we go. So we don't know what other parts of the fleet this sonar, this duct here is concealing. So we're going to have to be mindful of the fact that there could be some other escorting ships. In fact, I'm counting on it, that there will be other escorting ships. Supposedly he's very far away. I doubt that. Helm, come left bearing 081.
Come left to 081. Helm I.
Need to stay above this layer if we're going to maintain sonar superiority here. In terms of the Juliet's sonar capability, a low frequency active sonar array. It's actually got quite a good shark teeth. Medium frequency passive. Looks like its active array is pretty powerful, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Looks like it's got a passive array up here on the fin, and then shark teeth. So this one here looks to be the slightly more powerful thing. Good morning there, King. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Scotsman, sup Q? Well, sup Scotsman. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are currently in the process of engaging an enemy SSG, submersible submarine with a guided missile. Though shit is a little bit interesting at the moment, needless to say.
Con, helm, steady course.
On helm I. Target is running at 8 knots. Sonar solution. It's very hard to assume that the target is actually that far away. Although you can kind of understand why he would be easy to detect, because a surface duct and thermal layer, basically what happens is the duct enables you to see further because it traps sound. So what essentially happens here, if you follow my cursor, if you can see it, our sonar is listening. Like, it wouldn't normally be able to reach that far, right? It wouldn't normally be able to reach that far. But what's happening is it's bouncing off the surface duct, off the surface duct, dung, 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 in a big zigzag. Down here below the strong layer, the sonar really struggles to penetrate it, and therefore you have to go beneath it to search beneath it. But up here, the sound is kind of getting trapped and is travelling a lot further, which is fantastic because it's a very strong duct. Our sonar solution is improving. We now have a bearing on the target. It's 61% here. He is moving course 199, so he is moving south. So we are on an intercept course. We're running at a very similar, if not slightly slower speed. Helm, come right, bearing 088.
Come right to 088. Helm aye.
Have a look. Right then. Did they ever have guns to end themselves? No, I don't think they
Con,
did.
helm, steady course.
They probably had guns aboard, but I wonder how many submariners actually shot themselves. Probably like the officers had like guns, maybe like a submachine gun, a few pistols or something. Not really much cause for a gun in a submarine, but I imagine somebody had them. Or at least a couple. Yeah, the King's probably right. Hello Bjorn, welcome. Hopefully you are doing well, sir. You join us here stalking a Juliet-class SSG. We are sitting here quietly, waiting for him to fall into our net. About to get that sinking feeling. Estimated range to target is still a massive distance, if that's accurate. 50,000 kiloyards, I believe, is yeah, it's actually further away than a Mark 48 can run. That's a crazy distance, if that's accurate. The SSG, though, only has set 65s. This is interesting. Yeah, SMGs at the most, I would say. Thank you very much, Bjorn, for the kind words. Hello, Karma. Welcome, welcome. What are set 65s? They are a reasonably dated torpedo with a range of 17,500 yards and a 40-knot run speed. The Seeker range is 880 yards. It is an electrical dual-purpose torpedo with active acoustic guidance. The range of the Homing system is about 880. This cylindrical low-frequency array is fitted on the Victor, Juliet, Tango and Charlie class submarines. It's comparable in performance to the US BQQ-2 and doubles the detection range compared to the earlier Cheek MF array. So it's a good sonar suite it's got on board. Our torpedo, if we have a look at this one, 35,000 yard range with 40 knot speed with a max speed of 55 knots. The Seeker range is 3,000 yards. It's very good. The Mark 48 is an advanced dual-purpose torpedo in service with the US Navy since 1972, where it replaced the Mark 14 and the Mark 37. It combines great speed and an advanced passive/active homing system, along with an impressive range of 3,000 yards for its Seeker head, which is incredibly good. These are really advanced torpedoes that we're using. The Russians do have something similar. It's called a U-set torpedo, but it's only really fired out of the more modern submarines. This one is not it. How about diving under the layer, run for a bit, then shoot from under the layer? They won't be able to see it coming. It's a good idea, to be honest. But the problem is that if that sonar solution is accurate, he is still too far away. Like, he's just too far away. Like, my torpedo can run to there before it literally runs out of fuel. If this is accurate, he is yonks away. Like, if I zoom in, like, this is about the size of your normal combat, and the target would be up here. He is all the way out there, and I don't have missiles. I don't have anything to launch against him. But it's looking like this is accurate. Although 50,000 kiloyards is a massive distance. Hello, Davian. Welcome.
Con sonar, new contact bearing
Sierra 2.
069.
That's kind of the
Sierra
distance I'm
2.
expecting. Sierra 2 Mark. Start our sonar solution on him. He's very quiet, so let's see what we're up against here. Not quite a Charlie 2, but it's very close. It looks like it might actually be a Charlie 2. Let me see if there's anything else that matches closer than that. That was pretty good. Although it doesn't match this band, and it doesn't quite match there. That looks more like it. A Victor 2 SSN.
Con
That's the
sonar,
escort.
Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Victor 2 running Set 65 Moderns. Electrical dual-purpose torpedo. So it's got a slightly better torpedo, but it's not amazing. Max speed 40 knots, 17,000 range. Seek ahead 1,500 yards. The Victor 2 has some decent torpedoes. He is deep. He's searching below the layer for us. He must have really thraped his engine there in order for us to pick him out against that much background noise. He's staying deep. But eyes on the prize though. The Juliet is the man to catch. If we sink the Victor, we'll scare away the Juliet, and then it's lost, and it will circle around. The intelligence has placed them here. And those are the guys that we need to catch. This is going to be a long mission, I'm afraid. The enemy has spawned really far away, and with a Victor 2 between me and him, I can't really accelerate. I'm in a bit of a vice here. That Victor 2 is much more modern than I am. The Victor 2 itself, have a look. The 7 boats in this class were the result of an effort to redesign the Victor class for a more new pro-submarine mission of the 1970s. Although they lack towed arrays and are somewhat only quieter than Victor 1s and somewhat slower, the main upgrade is in the capability of the firepower. The SSN-15 standoff ASW missile, which makes these far more dangerous opponents should they be able to detect you. So they have air-launched torpedoes, despite it not saying it in the weapon inventory. Or maybe it doesn't have them loaded. That's also a possibility. Let's see here. Sonar solution on the Juliet is 65%. Active sonar might be able to really detect that Juliet, but it will also light me up like a Christmas tree. I reckon I am still pretty hidden here. That Juliet actually might be detecting me. Yeah, it looks like the Juliet is actually detecting me here. The Victor can't. Come left, bearing 049.
Come left to 049. Helm I.
That Victor wouldn't be able to find me even if he wanted. I'm just invisible to him because he doesn't have a towed array. Gotta go now. See you later, Fanaza. Lovely chat. See you. Yeah, see you later, sir. Take care of yourself. Okay, we're actually in the Victor's baffles here. It's dangerous. He is still a very long way away, that SSG. He's moving at 30 knots. He's really evading. There's a very good chance. Why is he running at full crank? I don't understand.
Helm, steady course.
Unless he's sent some weapons and I haven't seen them. It seems strange that he's making these maneuvers. We've got pretty much a 100% sonar solution on him though, because he's running his engines so fast. What is he doing? I wonder if he's trying to act as bait to try and get me to fire on him. Definitely a Victor 2. That's a nice looking sub, it certainly is. Quite capable. Pretty good. Go beneath the layer and check for weapons. I think you're right. Juliet probably found you and alerted the Victor. Probably a good chance of that. I still can't engage them, so unless I know for sure that there's hostile weapons coming, I'm going to stay down at 5 knots. We will dip below the layer, though, as a suggestion in chat there. Dive, take us down 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive I.
Cube hydrates? Do I have a drink with me? I do. Ugh. Brilliant. Cube hydrate indeed. Brilliant there. Victor 2's just doing donuts. Not sure what he's trying to achieve there. I feel like he's just waiting. Maybe the Juliet was meant to be rendezvousing with the Victor here. Wouldn't explain why he's pulling at full crank there. Wouldn't explain any of it, really.
Con, dive at 150 feet. Dive I.
That is very strange. He has drawn a butt. He has drawn a butt. Very interesting. Drink ocean water to rehydrate. Doubt. X to doubt. Draw a stick through the hole, yeah. He's going for a Celtic knot, I think. Why is he moving at 30 knots top speed? Why is he doing that? There's nobody else down there that I can see. And we've got our chin sonar here. The bit that matters, just below the layer. We'll bring it down to 200 just in case.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive I.
200 feet, can't I? This is going to be a really slow... Again, I apologise, chat. But as soon as I fire a weapon, that Juliet's going to run. And when the Juliet runs, I'm buggered. Like, I can't catch him. Well, I can catch him, but it's dangerous. Because he could literally, like, get out of the map before I catch him. We're not that far away. You don't hear you and don't know you are there? I'm assuming so. There's a good chance he could know I'm here, but we are very far apart from each other. Even I am 22. Like, I wouldn't even gauge the Victor from this kind of range. Like, we are still a massive distance apart. The Juliet can't detect me down here, which is good. Juliet is running at 0 knots, he is. He's at a dead stop. There's some interesting shit going on here, make no mistake. Juliet is dead stop. What's going on here? What is the matrix screen used for? What do you mean, this one? It's just like a map screen. Something's not right about this. There's a fucking Victor 2 doing fucking donuts over here. Although my sonar solution on him has worsened rather substantially to 34%. Although as he keeps doing donuts, that will improve at a decent speed. No, the one on the bottom right. Oh, this one. That one. It's basically each ship has like a signature. So the contact is Sierra 2 Victor 2, and this profile here is a Victor 2 SSN based on its engine noise. You can like cycle through the different signatures of ships in order to get an appropriate solution. Yeah, frequency bands. He's drawn like a really gimboid pretzel. He's running right at me now, although he's still making turns. His solution's at 69%. We're going to find him again in a minute. Juliet is still dead stop. If I had an air-launched torpedo, I'd use it. Victor has one. That's a flaccid penis, mate. It is. I guess. Other ocean creatures, yes, there are biological contacts. We have humpback. We've got a humpback whale and a blue whale. Those are the only ones there. We've got oil rigs and merchant ships and stuff there. We've been fortunate enough not to find any merchant ships. There he is. We got him locked again. He's just sitting at 30 knots doing donuts. I don't know why. And he's deep as well. He's at 600 feet. But the Juliet is still dead stop. There's something very strange about this mission. I'm still out of range. I'm not going to be in range for some time. I'm going to speed up time. I never normally do this because it always ends in disaster. But what else can I do?
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Rig ship.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. Bring us to 200 feet. I accidentally lowered the planes too much.
200 feet. Dive aye.
I don't know whether it's balked or whether this is meant to be going on. I don't know. Oh. Well, he's stuck below some pack ice. What's happened? Oh, yeah, I feel like he's hit pack ice. Interesting. Interesting. Still too far away to engage. Sub is stuck, yeah. That's probably why this guy's freaking out, because he's trying to stay an equal distance from him.
200 feet. Dive
So he has to
aye.
keep, like, just snaking around. Know where this guy is. Right, if he is truly stuck, I'm going to send a weapon. Let's do it. Set it to deep search. Firing point procedures, bearing 06, let's go 067, range to enable 18,600 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye. That certainly is a bother. Not sure why we lost the wire, we're running at 5 knots. Reload Mark 4821. Load the harpoons. I have no harpoons. This ship is too old. Or is that a joke? I think it was probably a joke. No. Wire has gone crab rave. No, look, with the Murkier Waters mod, we are gone. We've just faded into the background. Mark 48 is going to run to target. We are a skipjack submarine, sir. Would the harpoons we even work through an ice sheet? Probably not. He's running at 30 knots. He's going to be going too fast to send a retaliatory strike.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Did one eye. When's the next Bomber Crew stream? I was thinking of doing it this morning, but I thought I'd treat people who like cold waters to a little bit of this. Because it is fun. Okay. Target's about a quarter of the way. It goes. Very capable. Low teeth. This cylindrical low frequency array is fitted to all of these classes, so it's got the same shark teeth low frequency array as the Juliet does. We've got a decently capable little wolf pack here. Somewhere down there. You can see the ice shelf. It goes right the way around there. Goodness gracious me! It does. It goes. We're like in a big. We're in like a lake almost. There's ice sheets on all sides, except for there. There's a small bit where the ice shelf stops about there. But everywhere else, ice sheet, ice sheet, ice sheet. That's all ice sheet. That's all ice sheet. Jesus Christ. In return, I will treat you with some more painting. Thank you very much. Yes, for anybody that doesn't know, Miss Jana is painting a lovely oil painting of a skipjack submarine for my for Christmas, I think it is. Because it's going to take a lot of work. Decently capable, he says. One got stuck and the other is freaking out. Okay, you've got me there. Speed up time. This weapon is going to be running for a while. Jesus. That's from the Juliet. The Juliet? The anus. Okay. We still have time to change our course. Helm, come left, bearing 0. Let's go 0. We've got ages. 032.
Come left.
In fact, what's our estimated
0,
range?
32. Helm I.
42 kiloyards. And the target is a what? 42 kiloyards. He can't reach me. That torpedo literally can't reach me. Oh, that's interesting.
Con, helm, steady course.
Not enough Dakar. There's the bandit. Do you outrange him? Yeah. I do outrange him. So his weapons have a 17,500 yard range. Mine have a 35,000 yard range, so I've got him dead to rights there. All I have to do is sink him. The Juliet looks stuck as fuck. Still no yellow subs. Nope. No yellow submarines here. Weak sauce. You might be sinking the Victor for me. We can only hope. Has your boy slowed down here, or is he still making 30 knots? Still doing 30 knots. Still doing the donuts. And before Juliet kills the Victor. We can only hope. Our torpedo, see, like, look how far away we actually are fighting this. We are still, it's not even like halfway, this torpedo yet. He set it to active set. Oh. Now that is an interesting development for sure. That one must have been sent by the Victor. Because there's no way that got from there to there in that time. But this one's sent by the Victor. Below the ice sheet. Unless the Juliet isn't here, and it's actually here. Somewhere. Because again, that's not a 100% sonar solution. I think the Juliet's actually somewhere like here. It would make sense. How long can that guy run for? There's a very good chance it will get me. Although there's also a very good chance it won't. I'm going to operate on the assumption that it's too far away to find me. His torpedo's in a snaking search, which wastes precious fuel. So he's probably going to get to about here before it explodes. He can launch torpedoes at 30 knots. No, I think the Juliet is actually much closer to the Victor than sonar believes it is. Because our solution on the Juliet is only just to 77%. I think he's actually around here. But because he's dead stop, he's not really creating any engine noise. So it's nigh impossible to detect him passively. But at the minute, the Juliet's sort of... The Victor's still sort of none the wiser. He's still sort of playing Scribblenauts here.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is cavitating.
Sierra 2 has come up shallow. Has he? How is he cavitating down at 800 fucking feet? How did you manage that, sir? He must have made a knuckle. How the hell did you manage that, you crazy bastard? Oh dear. Oh. Oh, fantastic. Oh. Yeah, well, that is problematic. That's a massive iceberg. Okay, we got to go deeper then to engage. Dive, take us down to 700 feet.
Make depth 700 feet. Dive I.
I didn't realise that iceberg went so far under. I thought it was just a shelf. Can you play as the Soviets? With mods you can, Aljaz. No way you didn't hear that. Unless he is just fucking Ivan Drift. He's underneath this big ice shelf, I think. That's no, that's the iceberg that my torpedo hit, so he's just underneath the normal shelf. Oh. No, I've got to engage them. See, if they're so far away, the game thinks they don't exist. Right. This should be about deep enough. Let's send another
Passing
one.
400 feet.
400 feet, aye. We'll go active homing. Firing point procedures, bearing 070. Range to enable 15,700 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
And we have maintained the wire, which means I have more control over where the weapon goes. We're going to set it to run. I'm going to leave it passively homing. I need it to run slightly deeper. So by activating this, this is now running at its 54 knot top speed. Faster than any submarine can go. At this point in the campaign, anyway. Juliet is actually moving now. Juliet is making 8 knots. Read itself. Victor's still making 30. I'm going to run it passively to the target. The Victor himself is down here, so let's drop the torpedo down to his level. Nice and below the iceberg. Yeah, hopefully this ice shelf doesn't come down this far. Yeah, bloody hell, it's not far off. Jesus. Good God. Oh my God. Are we obstructed still? Hard to tell. Jesus. We're down here at 700 feet and it's like just here. We gotta go deeper. Look at it! Look at it! We gotta go deeper. It goes down here. Look how deep we are! That's a 1,000-foot fucking iceberg. No! No, we gotta go deeper. That is colossal. That is colossal. That is insanity. Absolute insanity. How is there a 1,000-foot iceberg fucking here in the... That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Legitimately bonkers.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Sierra 2 can launch transient all he likes. There's nothing he can do.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There it is. No active. Pick him out. Even if he launches, he's just going to hit this iceberg. I should really stay like
Right
that
to
so I don't come around the iceberg.
073, helm I.
But I hope we don't hit the ice shelf. Got a target. Juliet. There she is. Target acquired.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I knew the Juliet was close.
Con, helm, steady course.
Hello there. Is that Kajiwa? Kajoa? Thank you very much for the 3 months. Just a quick hello and goodbye. Have fun, sir. You too. We're tracking both of them. Both bandits. Weapon is running deep. Weapon's chasing the Victor. Switching between the Victor and Juliet. The sonar head will find them. A good tactic trying to bounce it between them there. 2 subs, 1 tour, that's it. We've got a target. It's coming back up.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 072.
Our poor torpedo's not sure what it wants to do. Still got 15 minutes of fuel though, so we've got plenty of time. I'm going to send a second weapon. Ready 2-2. Firing point procedures, bearing 071, range to enable 12,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire, or shoot, sorry, tube 2.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Okay, that one's a dud. Reload. Tube 3. Oh, of course, we only have 1 wire, don't we? Ah, bollocks. Yeah, 1 wire. Okay, well, we have to wait for this weapon then. Okay, so that's a dud, because that's just going to hit the iceberg. Nothing we can do about that. We've only got 1 wire, which means we can't steer more than 1 torpedo at a time. Is this guy coming to... Yep. He's just going to hit this big old iceberg. What about this one? It's actually homing into the iceberg. It will go in and then hit it. Pantabby dozy. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Hoi hoi hoi! This is the target. We could even let the Victor go. There's a decent Russian sub we need to sink, so...
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 070. Contact breaking up.
070. Down he goes. Right then, send another weapon. This one's just going to hit the torpedo or the ice sheet. So reload to 1. Firing point procedures. Bearing 073. Range to enable 21,800 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 2.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. Set weapon to active search. Or passive search, I should say. We'll activate the weapon now. Run it straight. And then run it down to the prerequisite. Which torpedo am I tracking here? Run it down to the prerequisite 1,000 feet. I can't believe how deep I have to send this torpedo to get it past that iceberg. Like deeper, still deeper, still deeper, still deeper. About there to get past the iceberg. Literally within a few hundred feet of the ocean floor just to get past the iceberg. Actually ridiculous. Victor 2's still doing donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Flippo there. I took the shell off me racing snail to thinking it would make him go faster. If anything, it made him more sluggish. Well done. These subs are like big underwater graves. They really are. I think that the iceberg would also hamper the sonars a lot. It really would. It really would. Right. We should actually overtake this other torpedo here. We should even like come right past it. There it is. That's the dud. This one is running active, like so this one's enabled, which means it's running faster. Here comes that massive iceberg shelf. Yep. We're past the worst of it then. Where is our contact? He's up here somewhere. Right, let's bring her up. Start tracking, if we can. I know he's around here somewhere still. There he is, in fact. Game seems pretty happy that I know where he is. There we go. Let's bring it to
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
active homing. There we go. Up we go. Victor's hanging around on the surface, or near the surface it looks like. Tracking him. He's making 30 knots, nothing he can do. I think why the AI freaked out, they wanted to continue on a set course, but it's so big they cannot go around it, and the test depth is limiting how they can go below it. Yeah, basically. It's a really sort of weird set of circumstances, but great. Nonetheless. Oh. Wait, so they were wired to the launching sub? Yeah, these are. These have a literal cable that come out the back of them, or a wire that goes to the submarine, as per the diagram shows. It allows them to be steered in transit. Yes, it is an enormous spool of copper wire. A phenomenally big spool of copper wire. I see him. As the pings get closer together, the Victor knows his day is done. The pings narrow as they start to close closer. The gap between the pings starts to shorten. Getting closer, Victor. What can you do? The pings, they're getting closer together.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 075. Contact breaking up.
Contact breaking up, I. Reload Mark 48, Tube 2. No other contacts nearby, no other weapons. Leave combat. Enemies engaged. After action report. 1 times Juliet, 1 times Victor 2 engaged and sunk. Weapons remaining. 17 times Mark 48, 2 times MOSS. No system damage. Congratulations on a job well done sinking those subs, keeping our boys safe. Stand by for new orders. That's from the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet on the 3rd of December at 1200 hours. Excellent job. Longest and weirdest combat, yeah. The 3rd of December 1984, World News. Convoys protected. Incidents involving attacks on transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines in and around the Denmark Strait have rapidly diminished. An anonymous spokesperson suggested increased NATO submarine operations in the area are a contributing factor. However, the Pentagon has refrained to comment on submarine operations. Without the threat of attack from submarines, transatlantic crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering fewer losses. If this improved influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, NATO forces will be in a position to take the fight all of the way back to the Iron Curtain. Yes, mobile submarine simulator, you've got it exactly right, Draxos, there. Right then. Okay, so USS Skipjack SSN 585 in the vicinity of the Denmark Strait, 3rd of December at 1200 hours. The Commander-in-Chief sends an encoded transmission, top secret class. Tactical situation. Intelligence estimates indicate that an enemy Spetsnaz commando will land from submarine in the vicinity of Oslo, Norway. Burp. They intend to report our sub-movements and perhaps sabotage a naval base. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Locate and sink the enemy submarines transporting the commandos, and locate and sink any escorting vessels if possible. Well, I'm off to start some painting. Hope you have a good rest of the stream. Remember, Gassel Wales. Brilliant. The whale course, that's it. So we are going to Oslo, Norway, which means we're thundering south here. They're aiming here, but rather than doing something smart and dispatching from Leningrad, they're actually going to send a submarine round this way into the North Sea. So we are going to intercept them if we can. That is a very cheeky ship. I'm going to sink this guy. He's very close to NATO shipping. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 150, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports our depth is 600 feet, heading 115. Our speed is 20 knots. Local conditions are broken with high wind, and we have no surface duct, but a very weak thermal layer at 226 feet. All hands to battle stations, rig ship for silent running. This will be a modern Russian attack submarine, more than likely. Okay, we're down to 5 knots. We're going to release from silent running, and we're going to reload tube 2. Once we go down, we'll know the full state of it. Ambient noise is 88 decibels.
Sonar new contact bearing.
Sonar found.
116. Designated Sierra 1.
Who are you, and why are you hunter killing so close to friendly shipping? That's potentially, we've got a potential surface contact here. Let's check merchant shipping.
Con sonar new contact bearing 151. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
I think that's a trawler. It says it's an Aguma. We'll check that as a surface contact. The submarine is the prize. Whatever it is. A Foxtrot. Mark?
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
A very quiet, reasonably poorly equipped submarine. The Aguma. Looks like we've got some merchant shipping above us. Sea state's quite rough. I'm going to bring it up to periscope depth just to service that target. Take us up to PD.
Depth 4, 5 feet, dive I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rig ship for silent running eye. Interesting. I want to service that Aguma. Estimated range to target is 7,700 yards. We should be able to see him on the periscope in low light and tag him as a merchant ship. I don't believe it is hostile shipping. Hostile shipping shouldn't be this far in the North Sea. The Foxtrot, though, is equally as close, and the knife fight will begin. He's up here above the layer, so we're just going to creep up. Hopefully nice and quiet-like. Oh, hitting me with the woo in chat there, Jesus. Right, up we go. Right then. Followage. What's the followage command supposed to be? I don't have a command there. Could add it, I suppose. Coming up past 200 feet. We're now in the same neck of the woods as the Foxtrot. Will I ever stream Monstrum again? Probably for Halloween, Intrusive. There we go. Sea state's quite rough. We'll probably end up broaching, but it's not a fucking hostile navy, so no real danger. Foxtrot's making 8 knots. It's apparently very close to us. Upscope.
Upscope.
Still working at Specsavers? Yes, mate. So the bearing on the Aguma is bearing 110. Mark? It is. It's an Aguma. Hostile merchant shipping. What are you doing out here, sir? That's a Vietnamese flag. Okay, so it's not actually from the Warsaw Pact. It's just a Russian cargo ship sold to them. Interesting. It's not flying the flag of the Russian Navy, but it is a Russian ship.
Con, dive at 4-5 feet, dive
I think that was Vietnam. Making 12 knots. Hear us out, right? Sink it. It is a hostile ship. We're going to send a weapon on the Foxtrot. We're going to send one now. Firing point procedures. Downscope.
Downscope.
Bearing 173. Range to enable 3,700 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. Take us down to 150 feet, please dive.
Make depth 150 feet, dive aye.
Kill it before the speed seeks Vietnamese. I'll see if I can send an intercept weapon. Set it to surface search. Firing point procedures. That's where it estimates it's going to be. Firing point procedures bearing 094. Range to enable 3,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 2.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Hopefully that will find him. It should. No, you will lose the wire. That's right, Great Neck. But the game says that Aguma will be about here. So I've shot the weapon there, and then the active searching sonar head should find him. Because he's doing a fair old speed. Let's activate this weapon. going to run it straight on the Foxtrot. We're going to keep ourselves in silent running for the meantime.
Con, dive at 150 feet, dive by.
Got an eye? There is our target. So far unaware that a torpedo is
Con
closing in on him.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Do you know when you speak too soon?
Con sonar,
Right.
launch transient from Sierra 2.
Let's run it ahead flank cavitate. Take us down to 700 feet, please, and let's
Depth
run
700 feet, dive by.
this way. Full right, please, helm.
Come right to.
Head flank cavitate.
Con
Reload
sonar,
2-2.
we are cavitating.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing
Fire
1,
control.
7,
Weapon
6.
has acquired the
Contact
target.
faded.
So the fire control system is a Set 65 torpedo, 40 knot top speed, 17,500 yard range. Very good.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Hello, Quebec. How are you? I am very good, your man Harry. Thank you. How about yourself? Down at full whack. No icebergs, thank God. We've got 1, 2 incoming weapons, and then we've got this guy here. Guy is tracking a bandit, otherwise it would be in snaking search. There's this guy. Although I think this one's the
Con, torpedo room.
this one's the surface run ship that's going for the Aguma. Keep running this way at a decent crank. I'd be pretty good, Elf. Thank you.
Con, dive at 700
Let's reload tube 1. Yep,
feet,
the
dive
Joe
by.
McGuy. Good idea. Reloading
Con,
it with
maneuvering,
a Mark
making turns
48
for 30 knots.
tube 1. Weapon is running up to the surface. One's just below the surface. This one's tracking. This one's tracking very shallow.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 1, 6, 8. Contact breaking up.
He goes. He's dead. This weapon's running very shallow. I wonder if it's activated already. I feel like it has. I feel like it's activated and it's running to the Aguma. Not that I would know, I've still got to evade those incoming torpedoes. It can fly! Where is it? Dun 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 dun!
Con,
Come
torpedo
on.
room. Tube 1 ready.
Fly again, damn it. Oh, I love it. Right. Okay. Let's slow it down a little bit then. There they are. Where's the other weapon? He's an able going that way. I think that one's an able going there.
Con sonar, lost
Ooh.
contact. Master 1, last bearing 0, 8, 7. Contact breaking up.
No close contacts. I can't look at the Aguma for some reason. Is there any smoke on the horizon? Anyone for smoke on the horizon? No? Okay, well. Weapons engaged, no other close ships. Let's run it south if we can. 184.
Come left to 184. Helm aye.
Right then. All good stuff. There you go. There's that other weapon. Speed
Con,
up time.
helm, steady course.
Excellent stuff. Propeller. Ooh, freaking out. Those weapons should run out of puff very soon. Well, I'm either a war hero or a war criminal. They were using a hostile ship in NATO seas. There we go, leave combat. Romeo engaged and destroyed. Fantastic. Good, but this was not your mission objective. Very true, I'm intercepting some commandos. They're probably going to hug the coast by Andoya. This is going to be a bit of an interesting knife fight. Maybe I can intercept them here. Here they come, in fact. I'm going to intercept them in the deep water just off Andoya. This is my usual stomping ground. Fantastic. USS Skipjack SSN 585 in the vicinity of Andoya, Norway. It is the 5th of December at midnight. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 295, designated as Sierra 1. XO reports our depth as 050 feet, heading 219. Speed is 05 knots. Local conditions are overcast with a weak surface duct and thermal air at 199 feet. What are your orders? Our orders are to all hands man battle stations and rig ship for silent running. Total water depth, because of my location, is at 1400 feet, which is pretty damn helpful. I'm right here on the shelf as well, so we're only going to be going deeper.
296, helm I.
296I. Start our TMA on the target. Again, it's probably going to be either a foxtrot or a whiskey or something. It's a whiskey. Bing, 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 bing.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
So we're going to wait for our sonar solution to improve, and then we're going to decide upon when and how we engage him. Dive, take us down to just below. So let's take us down to 250 feet.
Make depth 250 feet, dive I.
Brilliant. Finally, some cold waters action.
Con sonar,
Welcome,
Sierra
combat.
1 is cavitating.
Sierra 1. That is definitely the whiskey, I reckon. Let's not try and get ourselves, banned from Soviets, chat. The plain and simple reason is that if you think about how many viewers he has, how many people ask him, or say, oh, you should play this, oh, you should play that. I think it's actually in his rules. If you type !rules, or if you ask one of the mods, I'm sure it's written somewhere that one of them is don't make game recommendations. The mods run a pretty tight ship over there. Looks like he's at 150 feet. Okay. Well, it looks like we might just have the whiskey here. I'm going to start banging away on active.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
There he is. Firing point procedures, bearing 295, range to enable 6,500 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1.
250 feet, dive I.
Tube 1 has cleared the tube and is running normally.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Activate
Con sonar,
weapon
launch
1.
transient from Sierra 1.
We've got 4 launch transients. Dive, take us down 700 feet.
Make depth.
All ahead flank cavitate.
Make turns for 30 knots.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Helm, come left bearing 237.
Come left to 237, helm I.
We're going to give it a couple of klaxons for crash dive. Brilliant. Take us down.
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye? There's no way he's going to be able to get away
Steady
from
course.
that. His top speed
Con
is
sonar,
13
lost
knots.
contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 294. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Ahead 2/3 for us is nearly a head flank for him, so...
Oh,
Elf, thank you very much for
yeah.
gifting a sub to Agent CRM there. Very kind of you, sir. Alan Davies, -5 points, yeah. Reload tube 1. Right then. So far, so good.
Con, dive at 700 feet, dive I.
700 feet, dive I.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 30 knots.
30 knots I. Hopefully we'll evade those torpedoes. Water's getting shallower.
Tube 1 ready.
The knife fight begins. That is a very close spread. But if you get found by one, you get found by all of them. They're like dolphins.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 304.
Look at them. It's your birthday this Thursday, right? Yes, yes, it's my birthday this Thursday. I've got the day off work. Yeah, it's a school of torpedoes. Ah.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Oh, yes. There's another one. Ah, the lonely torpedo. Ah. The runt of the litter. Got any plans, birthday bear? I do a stream, like, I don't know what I'll play, but just chilling out. Jane's obviously coming up to see the folks, and we're all just hanging out here at home, basically. It's going to be nice. We were going to go out for a meal, I think. I don't know where we were going, but no, I've not got anything crazy planned. I might go for a drink with me mates.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 311.
Torpedo the torpedoes. Torpedoception. We're out of the search cone of these torpedoes, so slow us down to 5 knots.
Make turns.
Keep banging
for
away on the
5
active.
knots.
Helm come
Maneuvering
right.
Come right to 306. Helm I.
Yeah, I'm just outside of their search pattern. Nothing they can do. Slowing down, very
Con
nice.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 3. Con, helm, steady course.
Dun, 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 dun. What you gonna do about it? Here it comes. This is probably going to be my last mission as well, because I'm going to go and, you know, have a shower, breakfast, so on, at 12 o'clock, lunch. Where are they? There they are. Romulan cloaking device has been disengaged.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for
He's
5
flat out
knots.
at 13 knots. This is like an old sort of World War II era submarine. Oh dear.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing.
It's another
3,
54
1, 0.
men to add to the
Combat
glorious dead. Brilliant. Armour sessions twice a week now, baby. When are they running? Cha-cha real smooth, my guy. Thursdays, 8 PM BST, and Sunday. Thursdays I might not be able to make, but I'll see. Always Kappa, thank you very much, sir. Welcome, welcome. We are far enough away. Leave combat. Excellent jobby. Excellent performance in locating and eliminating enemy submarines transporting Spetsnaz commandos. Further orders to be transmitted on this downlink. Excellent stuff. Red subs sunk. The Pentagon today revealed that several Soviet submarines attempting an incursion near Oslo, Norway, had been destroyed or driven off by coordinated efforts of NATO surface vessels, submarines, and aircraft. The continued cooperation of NATO members was cited as pivotal to the successful outcome of this operation. Ongoing protection of the many NATO allied military installations throughout the theatre remains a priority. NATO's ability to maintain control of the region is founded on these bases. Excellent stuff. So we've got a raider group, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to click save, and I'm going to leave you there. Turns out Spetsnaz don't swim so well. Yes, well, at least when they're not sunk in a, a big tube of death down to 1,500 feet. Oh, gosh. Right then. So, I am going to bugger off now.
Oh,
I am going to pass you on to another submarine-themed adventure, which is actually going to be with Miss Jaina here. I hate my voice. Ugh. So, Miss Jaina here is currently painting a Skipjack-class submarine in oil painting. She's making me one for my birthday. So, yes, if you want to go and give her some love, please do. And yeah, we'll see you all in the future. I should see you tonight, hopefully, for some more games. Don't know what I'm going to be playing. Literally no idea, but I should hopefully see you this evening. So have a nice time, have a nice day, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Bye-bye.